So playing the spoons, relatively simple, relatively easy, and a whole lot of fun. First off, spoon selection. Any two spoons will do. If you like the way they sound when you hit them together, you've got the right pair of spoons. If they feel comfortable in your hand, you've got the right pair of spoons. It's that simple. No, nobody makes professional players' spoons in metals. There are some wooden spoons that are made for playing, but they're really not all that great. So, on to the grip. This is called the hammer and anvil method. The way that this is done is you hold the anvil spoon, the one that the hammer spoon hits off of, right between your middle and ring fingers. Gripped by the pinky and the ring finger, and pushed against, but not too hard, against the middle finger. The hammer, sorry, the hammer is then held between the index finger and the thumb. They are two separate grips. You should be able to operate them independently if need be. It's kind of like working chopsticks. It takes a little practice, but once you get it, it's great. Now, the anvil is held in kind of a rigid position because there's really not a lot of musculature here to manipulate the movement. So it's just going to be something to bounce off of. Now, with your thumb and index finger, you've got a little manipulative power. You've got the ability to move it around a little bit. So we want kind of a loose grip there so that when we move our hand, they tap off of one another. That's pretty much the whole grip. There's really not a lot to it from this point forward. Now we work with what to hit it off of. Typically it's played off, the spoons are played off the leg. Very simple. But we've only got a single beat this way. So if we introduce the hand above the spoons, now we've got an ability to start creating a rhythm. Just by varying the rhythm with which we strike the two surfaces. So that's pretty much one, the up and down of it. You can play around with the up and down. You can place your hand vertically and choke up on the spoons just a little bit. And what we get is a difference of this. Hear the difference? Very good. Now, we're going to introduce what's called the rake. The rake is the offhand, not the one holding the spoons. The rake is held just slightly at an angle to the leg, drugged from top to bottom. You get sort of a roll. That's part two. Part three is the gallop. This is the third basic hand maneuver. With our hand held over in the up and down, we let the middle finger go slack and hook around the edge for just a second of the bottom spoon, the anvil spoon. We just give it a little something to glance off of, thus creating the gallop effect. And that's the basics of the hammer and anvil spoon method.